YouTubers, got another video for you today going over my camera collection. What we're doing in this one is just going over actually my 8mm collection, starting off from the high 8 and all up in the stages until we get to digital 8. The time frame between these cameras was actually quite close, which is quite funny compared to the sort of features and how they went, and also ironically, as it got newer and newer, in most cases you got less and less features with these cameras, because as they were going into the later sort of mid-2000s, where it was the end of digital 8, Sony really wanted to sell its DV range of cameras. So that's why I think they stripped back a lot of the features, something that V Westlife actually mentioned in one of his videos. I believe that it was sort of certainly as you were going through the newer ranges, they stopped doing things with the digital 8, such as being able to play the old video 8 and high 8 formats and the cameras, and they were purely just the digital 8 camera, so they couldn't do the old stuff. So let's start with the high 8, if I can identify it from the par. Here we go. This should be that one. Yeah, so this is my, I've had this not too long, 840 ETR 840, so it's a high 8 machine. This will play my old 8mm standard videos in there. It's not a problem. It'll go into backward compatibility mode and play those. This camera actually plays and records perfectly, but for whatever reason, you can hear it in the video certainly I uploaded of the demo of it, it's really noisy. So when I switch it on, I haven't got battery on at the moment actually, but when I switch this unit on, all's fine, and I could output it through the Phono connection, which it has. It's a stereo unit, so you've got all 3 phonos there, left and right channels and everything. No issues with sound whatsoever, but as soon as you load the tape into it, you hear the motor and it kicks into being quite noisy. So I'm hoping I've ordered a cleaning cassette for it. I know a lot of people like to do it with just liquid and stuff, and I will do that later down the line with some cameras, but I thought for the time being I've just ordered a legit Sony 8mm tape, so that's in the post to me at the moment. So try that and see if it fixes it, hoping it will. But given the fact that it's actually recording and playing back perfectly, I'm not sure how much of an effect it will have, but I'm just hoping it sort of is just down to the heads needing lubricant, because it's certainly coming from the tape mechanism itself, because as I say, you switch on, you take the tape out, there's no noise there. So yeah, nice little unit, very happy with it. Night shot, not too, well, it's got all the standard features you'd expect on there. Let's have a closer look. You've got your backlight, date and stamps that you can put directly onto the tape because it's video 8, or for high even. Titles built in, and you can customize your own. You've got the modes there to switch between sort of sunsets, landscapes, sports and so on. I just leave it on auto for these cameras. And yeah, it's a nice little unit. Let's move on. Actually, I should have started with the video 8. I went straight to the high, never mind. This one I only got 2 days ago, which I've already done videos from it. Very impressed with this camera. And as I mentioned in the video, it's unusually got a colour viewfinder, where most of the video 8s, or at least of what I found online, this model's from particularly 1998. Most of the cameras I see back from then have both mono for starters, but also a black and white viewfinder. So this is unusually got both stereo, as you can tell by the left and right channel on there. It's also got mic inputs, headphone inputs as well, which is brilliant, because the video 8 camera that I got rid of and then ultimately bought this for cheaper had none of that. It was mono, black and white viewfinder, no steady shot. And yeah, it was just a camera I was happy to sort of part with, because it didn't really have anything I liked about it. And also the screen it did have, though, it had a flip out screen compared to this. Yes, that's a plus. It's nice to have that. It was actually very low end, it was low resolution, so yeah. Sold it for £40, which is what I paid for it 2 years before, and then bought this for 20 quid with nothing else, and it works perfectly. So really happy with this unit. I'm probably going to use this a lot more for blogging moving forward, just because it's got a great microphone. Really does sound really clear on here, as you can see from the videos I've posted. And yeah, it's a pleasure to use, and that is actually really quite a nice high resolution colour viewfinder on there as well. So yeah, really happy with that. So moving on Digital 8 wise. This is the one I did a brand new unboxing the other day. Still smells of new camera. So yeah, it's working well as you'd expect for a camera that's literally brand new, even though it's from 2002. It never got used until I unboxed it a couple of days ago. So yeah, apart from the initial noise it did because it was probably sitting for so long, or could have been the tape possibly. I think it's more the fact it's been sitting since 2002 in a box in unknown conditions. It's working now. A bit of noise, but they all give motor noise, so it's hard to tell if that's anything in particular. I think it's actually just working perfectly now. Certainly picture, no breakup. It's recording and playing back perfectly. So this one, the only thing I didn't notice when I was looking into, I mean I snapped it up as a deal because it was a brand new box one. That's hotly something you're going to see a lot of on eBay. But I snapped it up, and even before looking into full details, this one, it's got a stereo mic, which I did pick up on, and that was fine, but I didn't, I took for granted about steady shot. This actually doesn't have steady shot, and for people like me who've got quite shaky hands, it's kind of a pain in the arse, but it's, you know, it's fine. Let's open the viewfinder again. It's, in terms of screen quality, it's actually quite reasonable. Actually, it's quite, well, I mean, it's a new unit, 2002, but yeah, it's actually quite good resolution, so I'm happy with that. Mainly because it's just a brand new unit unboxed in 2019. So yeah, got a light on there, all functional, night shot as well. But the other downer about this one, and this is where I'm talking about the strip backs later and down the line where Digital 8 was being phased out. This, you put a high 8 tape in or video 8, it doesn't do anything. It will play the tape, but nothing comes through. So there is no way of this going into a down converter mode. It just does Digital 8 and bugger to the rest of it, really. So let's move on. Here's my other Digital 8. This is one that I got from family, used it for like holiday and videos of their kids growing up and stuff, which they left on the tape. So I actually messaged the people saying, did you back this up, because I'm going to wipe the tapes otherwise, and they had done. I just wanted to double check. In terms of functions and everything, it works perfectly. This one does have steady shot, is Digital 8, night shot. So this is actually the better model, which is the lower number. This is the 140, well, the one you just saw is the 145. Sorry, I'm forgetting to mention the numbers. So that's, the new one's a 145, and it actually has less features than the 140. So yeah, it really shows as you were getting the newer models, you were getting less and less near the end, which is disappointing of Sony, especially something like steady shot. You would have thought that was sort of pretty standard at that point, but features are features, and they were cutting it back. So yeah, really happy with this one. Got any power in it? And also this is top loading. I much prefer top loading machines. I tend to think that the ones that are loading from the base of the unit tend to go wrong, or more prone to going wrong. But yeah, it's a nice unit, and it's, hope you can see all of that clearly. Actually doing this video on the FX1000, if you're wondering what I'm recording on. This is the FX1000 HD camera, a very high-end camera. It was back in 2007 or 8, I think it was 2008. So yeah, you're getting a good quality today. And then moving on to the last one of my 8mm collection, is ultimately the most sought after one, the TRV 110E. Being sought after because it has the backward compatibility. It was one of the early Digital 8, if not the first Digital 8. This glows blue when it's plugged in. Stereo mic, of course. Just a really nice unit, this one. And one I will be using moving forward quite a bit. It's very nice, and it was also kept in very good condition. I think there's only been a one user camera, because it had the box and all the accessories, and it was all in there, so I think it's certainly been well looked after. It's almost mint condition. So going into player mode. So yeah, really happy with that. Again, it has the microphone, headphone inputs and everything to expect from a higher end model. At the time, these were quite expensive at the time, and as I say, still quite sought after on eBay. These still go for sort of 150 plus. I think I got lucky on this one and paid 140. So yeah, no, really happy. And this is, you know, all of these ones are ones I'm going to be keeping. I have no plans on selling any of these now. I got rid of the 8mm. I wasn't happy with the mono one, and then so as I said in the video, when I got this for 20 quid less, just because it had nothing with it, and they had it on a buy now for 30 and I offered them 20 and they took it. So happy days. Video extra resolution. High 8 one is the extra resolution range as well, so they're both the extra resolution, so that's nice. So yeah, I'm just hoping the high 8 the 840 model will be quiet once I put a tape cleaner for it. Otherwise it might need further investigation. I don't really want to open this camera up though, for the reason of the fact it's playing and recording perfectly. And yes, there's noise, but the with it playing and recording perfectly, it worries me opening it up, to be honest. I don't want to screw it up. Yeah, stereo as already showed. Mic input, headphone input again. So I've really got the quite nice higher end 8mm units across the board now, from 8mm to high 8 to digital 8. It's really all the high end ones, and well, say all of them digital 8. What am I talking about? Digital 8, where it's brand new in 2019, but lacking no headphone socket, nothing, no mic. You just got your inputs there, your Firewire, and that's it. Record it in digital 8, upload it through Firewire. S video, AV out for the TV, and that is literally the only inputs this camera recorder has. So the 145. So yeah, digital 8 quality, obviously nice, and the night shot's great, and the little light on the front is strong, but apart from that, it's really limited in features. And this is what I talked about in the video. This was brand new, only out of the box a few days ago, and look at that breakup. If I'd bought this camera brand new in 2002 and that had happened in the 15-20 minutes that it happened to me, I would have taken that back to the shop and said, are you bloody serious? But years later, I don't think I'll be contacting Sony over it. But yeah, it's obviously that material was just particularly crap. But yeah, that's my 8mm range. Hope to post another video soon. Speak to you later.